What's going on, everybody? So today I'm just basically finishing up mounting the coilovers right now. I kind of like cut my tabs, notched them, got them fitted onto that front tube. So now all I have to basically do is just kind of bevel them up, clean them up, and then weld them in. Put my coils back on the shocks themselves, and basically the car is going to be a roller again, which is, it's been a while since it's actually been a roller because I had to take everything apart just for the tubes and just for putting the engine and tranny in. And plus I wanted to revise the suspension anyways. The old one, I don't know if I told you guys, but the old one, it was binding somewhere, and basically it was kind of like pushing the frame up a little bit. The angle was a little weird. So basically I'm on a new revision now with the Pushrod cantilever. It's more of a cantilever, to be honest with you, but I'm on a new revision. This is the third revision I've had, and this should be the best revision so far. I'm gonna spend a lot of time doing suspensions like these in the future, just because I have a really fascinated interest. I'm really fascinated with this style suspension. Obviously, what I try to do is chassis fab and suspension fab. That's where I try to major in. So this is my latest revision, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up in this video, and then hopefully the car will be a roller again. I can push it around. Okay, so this is basically where it's all at right now. Got this side in, got that side in. I notched the tabs, so both tabs look like that. Obviously it's just sitting in there. Now what I'm gonna do is I gotta figure out if this angle of this shock is the same as that angle. So I'll get my angle finder, mess with that, and if they're the same, then I'll go ahead, weld these in. And then I'll do some gussets on the sides too, because they may not be needed, but I just like adding a bunch of strength to places I can. So basically I'll probably do something in the middle of these. If not, I'll do something off to the sides or something like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna clean these tabs up some more. Like I said, figure out my angles and then weld them in, and the car, put the coil springs back in, and the car should be a roller again. So I'm gonna get to it. Shiabo. Okay, Bob. So I got this bad boy here. I got it zeroed out again, just to check. $18.7. That's 18.7. And 18.7. So it's about good there. 18.7 degrees this way, 18.7 degrees that way. I'm feeling pretty froggy about that one. Now, let's just check, just to see how far inwards this one is. Bottom about the base. We're at 1 3/4 to the center of the tube. And 1 3/4 to the center of the tube. Oh my goodness. Wow, math is hard. Oh goodness. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and weld these in. Probably weld these ones in too on the cranks themselves. Well, first off, I'll throw some more tacks on here. Throw the coil springs on and then see if it'll move under its own weight. So let's do that. All right. So tacked all this in, got this all angled out, whatever, blah blah blah. Put the coil springs on, chooched up, and the car can roll again. Obviously, I have a bunch of junk around the car, and there's a bunch of jacks behind it and under the side of it, so it's not going to go too far, but I mean, you can see it's moving. So all these look good, all my angles look good there. I'm happy with it. We already tested the travel in my Instagram videos, in my stories, and in the last video I tested travel on both sides. Worked perfect. So basically what I'm going to do now is just weld everything up that belongs to the front suspension, and that'll do me. Okay, so that's about it for today. All I basically did was set all that stuff up, get it all tacked in, get my angles right. You've seen that a little bit earlier. So yeah, the car, I didn't fully weld everything yet. I just left it the way it was, just tack welded, and I just put the bricks back under it just in case. So obviously, maybe another day, I don't know, something like that, I'll go ahead and weld everything, and then I'll start bracing everything just to make it really stiff and strong. And yeah, now that the front suspension is back together and the car is a roller, I can focus on doing my drive shaft next. I need to get the engine and the the transmission and the Ford 9-inch together, just so I know where everything's gonna sit, and you know, my painting angles are gonna be pretty decent. And then once that's good, I will start my plumbing and the wiring. I still eventually have to take the engine and trans out because I have to put the clutch and the flywheel and everything in, but that'll be later, and I still have to like weld the mounts and everything. So at least I'll do the drive shaft. I'll get everything like mocked up the where it's gonna go, and then, you know, I'll take it all back apart again, blow it all apart, weld everything that I need to weld, and then put it all back together for the final time, and then hopefully in another few weeks I can take it to get it running and dyno tuned. So we'll see, dudes. But for now, that's about that. Yay.